Welcome to the RMIT University of Vietnam's graduation ceremony of 2015.
Chào mừng quý khách đến với buổi lễ tốt nghiệp của Đại học RMIT Việt Nam 2015.
We now start the official ceremony. Please rise to make welcome to our academic procession, and please remain standing until the national anthems have finished.
Và bây giờ chúng ta sẽ bắt đầu buổi lễ. Xin quý vị đứng lên để đón đoàn diễu hành và giữ nguyên tư thế đứng cho đến khi quốc ca hai nước Việt Nam và Úc kết thúc.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our academic procession.
Xin mời quý vị chào đón đoàn diễu hành.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of RMIT Vietnam, Professor Gail MacDonald.
Xin chào, mừng tất cả quý vị. And I apologize because that's about where my Vietnamese ends. A warm welcome to the 2015 graduation ceremony at the Vietnam campus of RMIT University. I'd like to acknowledge the Deputy Chancellor, Janet Latchford, Vice Chancellor Martin Bean, CBE, Member of the RMIT Council, Gary Hogan, members of the Vice Chancellor's Executive, RMIT Vietnam staff, students, family members, and distinguished guests. It is always a great pleasure for me to stand before a group of students who have worked so hard to reach this important milestone in their life, and to say congratulations to each and every one of you. And congratulations too to all the parents and family members who are here with us today. I'm sure this is a moment that you will treasure for the rest of your lives, the day when all the effort and personal sacrifice of the past few years has finally paid off. At RMIT Vietnam, we go beyond teaching technical and professional skills. We help students to critically think for themselves, to solve problems, to be creative, and to develop themselves personally. The success of this approach is one of the major reasons why our graduates are so highly sought after by employers in Vietnam and around the world. No matter whether you join the professional workforce, go on to further postgraduate studies, or even form a new enterprise of your own, the experiences you've had at RMIT will serve you well. Like all of you today, RMIT Vietnam is looking at a bright future, and we have worked hard to continually improve things. This year, we are growing a more diverse and internationally mobile student population, with 140 of our students participating in a semester overseas through our study abroad program. We've also welcomed more than 60 students from around the world to come and study with us at RMIT Vietnam. But it is not just about the international experiences. RMIT Vietnam is also reaching out to the provinces of Vietnam to help create new pathways into higher education. We are continually improving the quality of the student experience by developing a progressive learning environment that's in keeping with the digital age. This year, for example, specialized computer labs were established to support simulated trading and development of IT security skills. Major investments were also made to improve our infrastructure, and our Hanoi campus received an extensive refurbishment. RMIT Vietnam is branching out by offering new programs, and this year we were excited to introduce a Bachelor of Business in Logistics and Supply Chain Management and a Master's in International Business, as well as a Bachelor degree of Engineering in Software Engineering. To set us apart from other universities, we're working even more closely with industry to ensure that our students benefit from internships and work placements, and that our programs align with the needs of the modern workplace. But now, back to you, our graduates. As a graduate, you're about to join the growing community of RMIT Vietnam alumni. As a member of that community, we welcome your ideas and involvement and hope to remain in touch with you well into the future. In closing, I hope that you enjoy the rest of the day celebrating your achievements with your family and friends. And at this point, I like to give students two pieces of advice. The first piece of advice I was given on a significant day, my wedding day, and that was to at some point stop, take a moment and take a mental snapshot. Yes, you will have the photos and the video, which no doubt you will immediately upload onto Facebook. But what I'm asking is that you pause and take a mental record of today, as it will stay with you forever. Don't rush through the day, but live in the moment, even if it is just for a moment. The second piece of advice is that today, at a time that seems appropriate to you, I ask you to personally thank a key member of your family or a staff member for the support that they have given you in accomplishing this important educational outcome. I know that they will appreciate the recognition. So to you all here today, may I offer you my very best wishes in your future endeavours, and congratulations again on behalf of RMIT University. Come on.
The Deputy Chancellor of RMIT University, Janet Latchford, will now conduct the conferring ceremony. This is the formal part of the graduation where the Registrar presents the list of authorised candidates to the Chancellor. She then takes the list and, on behalf of the Council of RMIT University, confers the awards of degrees and diplomas, at which time you move from being a graduand to a graduate.
I call on Mr. Hugh McCann, Registrar of RMIT University Vietnam, for the certification of awards.
Graduands, would you please stand for the conferring of degrees and diplomas? Chancellor, I certify to you that the candidates presented here today and the candidates whose names appear on the list for award in absentia have fulfilled the conditions prescribed for admission to awards of the Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology and are entitled to be admitted to the rights and privileges of these awards.
By virtue of the authority invested in me by the Council of RMIT University, I admit the duly authorised candidates on this list, both present and absent, to the appropriate degree or diploma of RMIT University and to all the rights and privileges of graduation. Congratulations to all our new graduates.
Graduates, you may now be seated.
It is now time for the presentation of doctoral degrees. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Ian Palmer, Pro-Vice Chancellor and Vice President, College of Business, RMIT University.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present the graduates whom you have admitted to doctoral degrees for 2015. Today, we are indeed fortunate to be able to celebrate and recognise the achievements of each of our 4 doctoral candidates. The years of dedication to their research within their respective fields contribute invaluable knowledge for the communities within which we operate. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Brian Gerard Macaulay. Dr. Macaulay investigated the intrinsic motivations that drive the enjoyment of smartphone games, a form of play enjoyed by almost half of all adults. As a result, we can reconceptualise play as an always accessible form of need satisfaction, not influenced by age, gender, or a person's playfulness. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Macaulay. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Huan V. Chan. Dr. Chan investigated architectural and social developments in Ho Chi Minh City and investigated the techniques discovered from architectural preservation which enabled him to produce contemporary architecture to formal additional strata in a city built on accumulations from different eras. His research demonstrates that there are alternative models of practice in rapidly developing cities. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Archie Pizzini. Dr. Pizzini studied the adaptive, individual-based culture of Vietnam as it encounters rapid change. The research on small-scale making and improvisation produced an architectural and urban design approach emphasising close observation, negotiation, and working with what already exists. This provides strategies for addressing similar issues present in many contemporary cities. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Tan Hoa Lei. Dr. Lei studied the attraction of foreign direct investment to Vietnam. He evaluated policies and quantitative analysis at international and intra-national levels. The results showed that the best outcomes stem not from government incentives, but from leveraging comparative advantages and developing good infrastructure and institutions. Chancellor, that concludes my presentation of doctoral degree graduates from the College of Business and College of Design and Social Context. Congratulations to the four.
Thank you, Professor Ian Palmer, and congratulations again to the doctoral candidates. The President's Award goes to the undergraduate student who embodies all that we would wish our graduates to exemplify: high academic achievement, social responsibility, and service to the university community. The 2015 President's Award for the Saigon South Campus goes to Nguyen Thuc Hien. Hien was presented with her award at the graduation ceremony this morning. I would like now to call on her to say a few words.
Good afternoon, esteemed faculties and families of my fellow graduates. Thank you all for being here today. It's been a great pleasure for me to spend my past 4 years at RMIT and today to stand in front of you and share my thoughts on this very special day. First of all, a great congratulations to everyone for making it this far. Let's give us a big hand for that. And now, please let me introduce myself. My name is Nguyen Thuc Hien, and I just completed my study in Bachelor of Business Marketing. When I first came to RMIT, I was a really shy student who had never had the courage to raise my voice, neither in class nor in front of other people. An open international environment at RMIT was a whole new world for me. Everything is so different from all of the schools that I had attended before. But instead of feeling like an outcast because of that change, I gradually felt that I found my new home. All of the teachers at RMIT are so supportive, and all of us students are strongly encouraged to share our ideas, even when sometimes we may be wrong. I was so happy, so excited, but suddenly things changed. My family got into a really difficult financial situation, And the thing that I was most afraid of had finally come. I was forced to stop my study at RMIT after only one semester. Growing up in a middle-income family that never had to worry about anything, I was heartbroken to have one of the most important things in my life taken away from me, education. It took me a while to finally accept the reality and move on. Fortunately, in the middle of the struggle, I found hope and peace in helping others and keeping myself busy every day. And after 7 months of me staying at home, teaching a charity class, and studying English on my own, despite great adversity, my family managed to put me back in school. And from that day onwards, I made a promise to myself to make the best out of my time at RMIT. Then, the RMIT's fall scholarship for current students came to my whole family relief and gratitude. With such support and drive, I was able to focus on my study and self-development. Winning the first prize of the RMIT Business Plan competition in 2014 was a strong push for me in the field of competitions in which I learned and grew my knowledge in the business world. I went on and became the regional finalist of Hope Prize, HSBC competition, and most recently, national champion and global finalist of Maybank Go Ahead Challenge. Before RMIT, I had never been out of the country, but only in the past 1 year, those competitions and student programs have given me the chance to travel to Malaysia, Indonesia, Hong Kong, Australia, and Dubai. And like every other RMIT student, I also like to give back to the community and RMIT. So I volunteer in student clubs and different student programs inside and outside RMIT. Even now, when I have finished my study as the president of Golden Key RMIT Vietnam chapter, I'm currently organizing the graduation party, and I sincerely hope that whoever attended will have a great time and a memorable night. No words can describe how grateful and honored I am to have the education at RMIT. I would like to thank my wonderful teachers, Mr. Melvin Fernando, Ms. Aline Twang, Mr. Charles Vajado, Ms. Joanna Minkiewicz, Mr. Zaki Ronan, and many other great teachers of RMIT. Thank you for your dedication and support. I would also like to express my gratitude to the head of Center of COCM, Professor Ray Gordon, who was so supportive of sending me and other students to overseas competitions, and I hope that you will continue to do so. Last but not least, I would like to thank my biggest sponsors for the last 22 years, my parents. I was so lucky to have my family who was and will always be there for me and love me no matter what. And to my fellow graduates, stepping out of the university, we all have fears. But remember, we don't need to know everything. We just need to do it, seize the opportunities, and never stop moving forward. It does not have to be a perfect job or a perfect place. Being a young, fresh graduate, you can afford to experiment and make innocent mistakes early in your life so that you can fall, learn, get up, and grow. And don't worry if your path is different from others. Just because you choose to do things differently does not mean that you're wrong. Life is full of possibilities, and different experiences bring us different choices, bring us different experiences, which makes each of us unique from the others. And after all, our future is not about fame or money, but it's about hope and happiness. So work hard, but never forget what really matters in your life. And as we are all here today and seeing all the people that have made us who we are, it feels like goodbye. But don't cry because it's over. Smile because it's happened. And to end my speech, I would like to wish all of us here good luck and a fearless future ahead. Thank you.
It is now time to recognise the achievements of RMIT University degree graduates for 2015. Chancellor, Professor Rick Bennett, Head of the Centre of Communications and Design, will now present graduates from the College of Design and Social Contexts. I would like to invite lecturers and staff of the Centre of Communications and Design in the front row to move to the left of the stage to celebrate the achievements of your graduates.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present graduates from the College of Design and Social Context.
Phân viện Thiết kế và Bối cảnh xã hội.
For the degree of Master of Arts, Arts Management with Distinction,
Thạc sĩ Quản lý Tác phẩm nghệ thuật loại giỏi Trần Thị Thanh Nhã.
for the degree of Master of Communication,
Thạc sĩ Truyền thông Mã Trí Thông.
for the degree of Master of Education with Distinction,
Thạc sĩ Giáo dục loại giỏi Trịnh Chí Thâm.
for the degree of Master of Project Management with Distinction,
Thạc sĩ Quản lý dự án loại giỏi Dương Nguyễn Nhật Quang. Hồ Tú Duyên. Lê Hồng Trung. Nguyễn Lê Mẫn. Trần Đoàn Mỹ Ngọc. Trần Lê Hà Phương. And finally, Vũ Duy Khánh.
for the degree of Master of Project Management,
Thạc sĩ Quản lý dự án Lê Thành Trung. And finally, Trần Gia Thoại.
for the degree of Bachelor of Communication, Professional Communication with Distinction,
Cử nhân truyền thông chuyên nghiệp, loại giỏi Đặng Hữu Hoài. Đặng Ngọc Trinh. Đào Ngọc Tuyết Nhung. Điền Trân Hoa. Dương Kim Anh. Hồ Gia Hoàng. Khưu Hoàng Nhật Minh. Lê Thảo Vi. Lý Nguyễn Hà Giang. Lý Thảo Anh, Nguyễn Hữu Thụy Vi, Nguyễn Lê Thái Giang, Nguyễn Lương Công Thanh, Nguyễn Minh Ngọc, Nguyễn Trần Hương Thảo, Phạm Lê Quang Thái, Phạm Thị Thùy Liên, Tống Thị Hà, Trần Quế Chi, and finally Triệu Hoàng Giang.
For the degree of Bachelor of Communication, Professional Communication,
Cử nhân truyền thông chuyên nghiệp, Cao Hà Phương Uyên, Cao Ngọc Thanh Trúc, Đào Hải Bình, Đỗ Quang Hải, Đỗ Thế Nhân, Đỗ Thị Hoàng Mai, Đỗ Trúc Linh, Dương Đạt Thịnh, Hà Minh Tuyết, Hà Vân Thi, Hàn Ngọc Trân, Hoàng Nguyên Thảo, Huỳnh Ngọc Sang, La Phối Lâm, Lê Châu Phượng Liên, Lê Thủy Tiên, Lê Trần Hoàng My, Lương Trần Anh Phương, Mai Trâm Anh, Ngô Lê Mai Phương, Nguyễn Hoàng, Nguyễn Hoàng Việt, Nguyễn Hữu Minh Trí, Nguyễn Minh Kha, Nguyễn Minh Phúc, Nguyễn Ngọc Phương Trang, Nguyễn Nhật Linh Thi, Nguyễn Quang Long, Nguyễn Tấn Phát, Nguyễn Thành Trung, Nguyễn Thảo Nguyên, Nguyễn Thế Hùng, Nguyễn Thị Bảo Ngọc, Nguyễn Thị Hồng Nhung, Nguyễn Thị Trà Giang, Nguyễn Thiên Thanh, Nguyễn Thùy Dương, Nguyễn Trà Giang, Nguyễn Trần Như Ngọc, Nguyễn Tuyết Vân, Nguyễn Vũ Hạ Yến Nhi, Phạm Hồ Thanh Như, Phạm Như Quỳnh Anh, Phạm Thanh Thủy Trúc, Phạm Thị Kim Yến, Phan Huỳnh Trâm Anh, Phan Nguyễn Thanh Trà, Phan Thị Kim Oanh, Quách Ngọc Ly, Trần Dạ Bảo Trân, Trần Gia Thuận, Trần Giang Kim Thi, Trần Lê Vân Khanh, Trần Quân Trác, Trần Thanh Thủy, Trần Thị Hải Linh, Trần Thiên Kim, Trương Thị Ngọc Hiệp, Võ Song Ngọc, Võ Thị Ngọc Hân. And finally, Võ Thị Tường Vi.
For the degree of Bachelor of Design, Multimedia Systems with distinction,
Cử nhân thiết kế hệ thống truyền thông đa phương tiện loại giỏi, Bùi Bảo Trang, Hoàng Minh Đức, Lê Đăng Khoa, Lê Ngọc Hoàng Nguyên, Lưu Thanh Tú, Nguyễn Hạnh Hoa, Nguyễn Mai Anh, Nguyễn Thụy Thục Uyên, Nguyễn Vinh Hiển, Phạm Công Danh, and finally, Văn Phạm Nhật Lan.
for the degree of Bachelor of Design, Multimedia Systems,
Cử nhân thiết kế hệ thống truyền thông đa phương tiện, Đinh Hoàng Nhật Tân, Đinh Hồng Phương Khanh, Đỗ Xuân Hiền, Huỳnh Nguyễn Minh Nhung, Lê Hồng Anh Minh, Lê Phương Anh, Lê Thanh Bình, Lê Thu Trang, Ngô Công Thành, Nguyễn Kim Hà, Nguyễn Ngọc Tuyết, Nguyễn Ngọc Phương Linh, Nguyễn Nhật Khánh, Nguyễn Quỳnh Thư, Nguyễn Thị Nguyệt Minh, Nguyễn Trung Trực, Nguyễn Trương Hương Giang, Nguyễn Văn Đăng Nguyên, Nguyễn Xuân Hà, So Hee Park, Trần Huyền Trang, Trần Minh Khang, Trần Minh Khoa, Trần Phúc Đạt, Trương Hồ Bảo Điền, Trương Trần Minh Anh, Võ Nguyễn Nam Duy, Võ Quốc Huy, Võ Thị Thùy Linh, and finally, Đặng Kim Ngân.
For the degree of Bachelor of Fashion, Merchandise Management with distinction,
Cử nhân quản lý và kinh doanh thời trang loại giỏi, Hoàng Mỹ Linh, and finally, Nguyễn Ý My.
for the degree of Bachelor of Fashion, Merchandise Management,
Cử nhân quản lý và kinh doanh thời trang, Nguyễn Ngọc Thanh Phương, Nguyễn Trung Thế Việt, and finally, Nguyễn Vũ Xuân Vi.
Chancellor, that concludes my presentation of graduates from the College of Design and Social Context.
Chancellor, Professor Ray Gordon, Head of the Centre of Commerce and Management, will now present graduates from the College of Business. I would like to invite lecturers of the Centre of Commerce and Management in the front row to move to the left of the stage to celebrate the achievement of your graduates.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present graduates from the College of Business.
Phân viện Kinh doanh.
For the degree of Bachelor of Business Management.
Phân viện Kinh doanh Nguyễn Nhật Đức.
For the degree of Bachelor of Business Marketing with distinction.
Phân viện Kinh doanh Marketing loại giỏi Bùi Minh Khôi. Cao Thị Thùy Dương. Dương Khánh Như. Hoàng Ngọc Thảo Ly. Nguyễn Thành Lợi. Nguyễn Thị Ngọc Tuyết. Nguyễn Thục Hiền. Nguyễn Vũ Thanh Phương. Trần Thị Kim Trang. Trần Thị Bảo Thảo Vi. Trần Trung Hiếu. Trần Vũ Quỳnh Như. And finally, Vạn Nguyễn Hoàng Kim.
For the degree of Bachelor of Business Marketing,
Cử nhân kinh doanh Marketing Bồ Kỳ Nam. Bùi Khắc Xuân. Bùi Quốc Bảo Ngọc. Cao Trần Cẩm Tú. Châu Bỉnh Lợi. Trang Bửu Thuận. Trung Minh Trí. Đặng Diệp Như Thảo. Đặng Ngọc Phương Trinh. Đặng Ngọc Thanh Nguyên. Đặng Thị Thùy Trang. Đào Khải Huy. Đào Ngọc Anh. Đinh Nguyễn Thảo Vi. Đinh Thị Tuyến. Đỗ Hải Nhi. Đỗ Hoàng Quỳnh Hương. Đỗ Thị Ngọc Thảo. Ok. Đỗ Thị Ngọc Thi. Đỗ Thụy Bích Vân. Đoàn Thị Mai Loan. Dương Phương Đào. Hồ Vĩnh Phát. Hơ Trân Jay. Huỳnh Ngọc Nguyên Khôi. La Trọng Chí. Lâm Hải Triều. Lâm Thị Kim Ngọc. Lê Hoàng. Lê Đỗ Hoài Ân. Lê Hoàn Mỹ. Lê Ngọc Giang. Lê Thanh Tùng. Lê Thanh Văn. Lê Thị Diệu Ngân. Lê Thị Hạnh Nguyên. Lê Thị Quý Hương. Lê Thị Thanh Hằng. Lương Vũ Trung. Lý Bảo Trân. Nguyễn Anh Thư. Nguyễn Bảo Nhi. Nguyễn Cung Duy. Nguyễn Đức Tài. Nguyễn Hoàng Thu Trang. Nguyễn Hồng Ngọc. Nguyễn Lê Ánh Quyên. Nguyễn Lê Minh Hằng, Nguyễn Ngọc Triệu, Nguyễn Phi Hùng, Phi Phụng, xin lỗi. Nguyễn Quang Lộc, Nguyễn Thị Hiền, Nguyễn Thị Minh Trang, Nguyễn Thị Ngọc Trâm, Nguyễn Thị Phương Thảo, Nguyễn Thị Phương Thảo, Nguyễn Thị Phương Uyên, Nguyễn Thị Quỳnh Như, Nguyễn Thị Tuyết Ngân, Nguyễn Thụy Hương Thảo, Nguyễn Thụy Minh Thuyên, Nguyễn Trần Thanh Hùng, Nguyễn Tuyết Linh, Nguyễn Vũ Uyên Phương, Nguyễn Xuân Khoa, Phạm Duy Huyễn, Phạm Khánh Linh, Phạm Ngọc Chương, Phạm Thi Mai Thanh, Phạm Thị Mỹ Ngọc, Phạm Thị Như Hà, Phạm Trần Quang, Phan Nguyên, Phan Diệu Hiền, Phan Ngọc Thúy Vi, Phan Thanh Trùng Dương, Phan Thị Hòa, Phan Thị Bích Trâm, Nguyễn Quốc Hiếu, Thái Lê Hương, Tiêu Phan Thùy Linh, Tô Bảo Trân, Trần Hà Anh, Trần Minh Đức, Trần Minh Vũ, Trần Nguyễn Thị Phước Hạnh, Trương Hà Phương, Trương Mỹ Như, Trương Nguyễn Khánh Hằng, Văn Hà Phương Uyên, Văn Vân Nhi, and finally Văn Vân Nhi. Xin lỗi, Vũ Hoàng Nhật.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the presentation of degrees. Congratulations to all graduates. Again. Before we hear the keynote address, please enjoy the performance of our students Võ Thị Ngọc Hanh and Nguyen Lê Sơn Tra.
When I am down and all my soul so weary, when troubles come that my heart burdens me, and I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountain. You raise me up to walk on stormy sea. I am strong when I am on your shoulder. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountain. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulder.
Thank you, Han and Tra, for that great performance. The keynote address today is to be given by Ms. Nguyen Lan An, Executive Editor of Forbes Vietnam. Lan An was awarded a Fulbright Scholarship in 2003 to pursue a graduate program at Boston University. She graduated in May 2005 with a master's degree in Business and Economics Journalism. That year, she won a Mark of Excellence Award from the US Society of Professional Journalists for a special report she did for a US newspaper. Now, as head of Forbes Vietnam editorial department, she architects and oversees content development. She is also responsible for all content and programming of Forbes Vietnam's events and conferences. Prior to joining Forbes Vietnam, Lan An covered stories from Southeast Asia for Forbes Asia, writing about leading companies and business leaders in Asia, as well as compiling Forbes wealth lists in the region. Lan An has worked in Bangkok, covering business and politics for Thai Day, and at the Saigon Times Group, where she covered foreign trade, foreign investment, and information technology. Lan An is also a core leader of a group of Fulbright alumni in Vietnam that, in the last 2 years, has been training hundreds of young reporters and journalism students. The group won a State Alumni Award in 2012. Please welcome Ms. Nguyen Lan An.
Deputy Chancellor Janet Lackford, Vice Chancellor Martin Bean, RMIT Vietnam President Professor Gail McDonough, Member of RMIT Council Gary Hogan, Member of Vice Chancellor Executive, parents, families, and graduates. Thank you for the opportunity to deliver the commencement address today. This is the second time that I have an opportunity to talk with RMIT students. The first time was 5 years ago, when I just returned from my trip to Antarctica. I have come here to talk with a class about my expedition to the coldest place on Earth and the danger of global warming. It was fun. This time, I have also just came back from a 2-month journey that I have taken with the Eisenhower Fellowships, a wonderful leadership program that have allowed me to take steps away from my daily responsibilities, to broaden my network and learn from the best leader in the field in the US, to reflect and grow, and to better the world. Growth. Many people in Vietnam have asked me, how much more can you grow? What else do you want to learn? Today, at our graduations, I'd like to share with you one exciting thing about life. You will always learn something new every day, and you will never stop growing. And that is one of the most beautiful things that life has to offer. I have also learned that one of the most important things in life is to have passion for what you do. I was quite lucky. I found out very early in life that I love being a journalist, and I developed a passion for journalism and media from the very beginning of my career. That passion has helped me to stick with the profession for nearly 20 years now. Journalism is a very tough profession. You work long hours. You don't have normal working schedules. You make little money compared to most other professions. And it is among the most dangerous jobs in the world. And let me not get into details on how tough it is to be a journalist in Vietnam when we haven't really earned the right and privilege that journalists in other countries have. I believe that journalism is a crucial part of a society, and newspaper, as a metaphor now, because the whole media world is going digital, will always play an important role to keep citizens informed and to keep the powerful accountable. I believe by doing their job well, journalists can have positive impact to greater good of the society. That passion have helped me grow to where I am today. My job as a journalist took me around the world. When I felt that I needed to go further, I applied for the Fulbright scholarship and won a spot to the graduate program in the US to further my career. So 10 years ago, exactly 10 years ago, as I graduated with my master's degree in journalism at Boston University, many people in Vietnam have doubted that I could find a job with an international newspaper. Even my friend told me not to try because they said that it's too hard to work as a foreign correspondent. Then they didn't believe that a Vietnamese with English as a second language could do that. So I went to challenge myself. I spent 2 years working as a business reporter at a daily newspaper in Thailand. And that was a part of the International Herald Tribune, which is now the New York Times International. The workload at the time is huge, but I always find covering stories and witnessing the change unfolding around the world fascinating. And hard work pays off. I had my article published in many international publications. And today, as you know, I'm the editor of For Vietnam, a magazine that is considered the most important source of business news in Vietnam. I'm not trying to convince you to become journalists. And don't blame me if you find yourself like 10 years from now a journalist and not becoming a billionaire. But my point is, you need to find something you are passionate about and follow it. Work hard for it. There will always be tough times in your career. Whether you choose to be an entrepreneur or an engineer, a teacher, or even a chef, there will be failures. I have learned recently that we should learn to celebrate failures as well and move on from it and start over again. The passion will lead you through. You belong to this generation that in the US called millennials. I always think that your generation is very lucky. You are very lucky. This is the information age, and the whole world is at your fingertips. Knowledge and opportunities are many. Your chance of success don't stay within Vietnam's borders. The world is a playground. That is not to say that you will face no challenges. In fact, I believe our country is at a very crucial turning point where it is up to you, up to our generation, you and mine, to bring about positive changes to Vietnam. This is a bigger challenge for every one of us. You are at the center of the change that is going on in our country. With your privilege, the education that you earn and receive come with responsibilities. So please pay attention to the socio-economic movements and ask yourself where you want to be in this changing world and how you want to better the country. I know it could be overwhelming as you graduate now and trying to find your own place in the world. I do hope that you find your own place and be a part of the positive changes in Vietnam. And that requires leadership. I also have learned that leadership is not always about leading others, but it's also about leading yourself. So I want to share with you one thing that I have learned from some of the most inspiring women leaders in my fellowship journeys that I have taken. It is always do the thing that you think you can't do. And to quote the late Eleanor Roosevelt, the longest-serving First Lady in the U.S. and a leader of human rights movement. She says, "Do something you are afraid of every day." This is a challenge that I'm taking myself to. So today, as you graduate and start your life's journey, I would like to wish you passion to dream and follow your dream, courage to overcome challenges and difficulties that you will face along the way, love and compassion, because that is everything will matter and makes your life meaningful. And hope, because when things get tough and when you feel like you have lost everything, hope will help you bring back patience, courage, and love. Congratulations.
Thank you, Lanan. Ladies and gentlemen, following a short video, the Vice-Chancellor and President of RMIT University, Martin Bean, CBE, will deliver the closing address.
Getting you ready for work and life is about giving you something backed by your university that you can take to whoever you need to prove that you are ready in life for work, and they will trust it, they will believe in it, and that will give you your return on learning.
As long as you are an authentic version of yourself and you want to be heard, there's always someone who's going to listen.
We're so close to industry, we're so close to art and culture, and it just makes RMIT such a unique space.
Having lecturers from industry being able to sort of sit down with you and have a chat about what it's really like, not just going off what textbooks say.
I know university is not just about academics, it's an entirely new social aspect.
I enjoy working at RMIT because I genuinely feel that I am part of something that's transformative.
I've had some really great tutors and lecturers who are so into what they do that you just get really excited about what you're learning.
I realise that the engagement through the Shape RMIT project has been about building the strategic goals, but I think perhaps one of the biggest benefits has been the development of a sense of community. We are all staff, students, other stakeholders connected to RMIT. The Shape RMIT project has made that concrete.
If I hadn't done this course, it probably never would have done a course. I'm very passionate about my music, so I thought, why not? Let's give it a go. So I did, and here I am, and 1 year later, it's all gone pretty well.
It could be quite confronting opening up and actually saying, give us the good, the bad and the ugly. And I think RMIT's actually embraced what its students have to say.
The whole idea of us, maintaining or positioning ourselves in 2020 is about, creativity, inspiration. It's about awareness in the community.
I think the second you get involved in anything at RMIT, 1,000 opportunities open up for you.
Well, before I came here, I didn't believe that I could be a practicing artist and just get by doing that, but being at RMIT has given me hope.
I would love to see a culture that is more about embracing and celebrating our differences rather than dividing the pie between all of us. We can all just have one beautiful big pie.
Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, give yourselves a round of applause. What a great ceremony. Yeah, give yourselves a round of applause. What a great ceremony, and congratulations to our graduates. I'd like to start off just with my own welcomes here today. A very special welcome to Ms. Winlan Ang, Executive Editor of Forbes and a wonderful presenter for us today. Thank you very, very much. It was a wonderful speech. How about another round of applause for our guest speaker here today as well. I'd also like to welcome representatives of local and international high schools in Ho Chi Minh City, and of course, to all of our graduates here today and your family and friends. This is a day of celebration and you've got much to celebrate. It was fun for me though. You all look terrified coming up to the stage, but you look much happier now that you're in the audience after shaking Janet's hands. You know, this is a very special day for everyone here. And you are, as Gail mentioned, going to remember it for the rest of your life. It's a massive personal achievement. And that goes for every one of you here, undergrad, postgrad, part-time, full-time, local or international. And I know many of you completed your studies while overcoming tremendous obstacles along the way. Our honoured graduate today, who also spoke so beautifully, shared with us some of her obstacles along the way. So you are all truly inspiring, and your success is really a wonderful accomplishment. It's an accomplishment worthy of everybody here celebrating with you, because today is all about the joy of education. And I'd like to make sure that we celebrate it the RMIT way, because remember, from now on, graduates, no more essays, assignments, exams, yay! But you know what, as happy as you are about that, we've absolutely loved having you here at RMIT Vietnam. You, the students, are the life of our university here, and we're pretty confident that we've given you the knowledges and skills that you need to get your new career underway. And we wish you every possible success, and I want to give you my personal thanks for being part of RMIT, because this is my first year as Vice Chancellor and President at RMIT, and it's what's really made it so exciting and memorable for me has been the enthusiasm that you, our students, and our wonderful staff have brought to our campuses here in Vietnam and around the world, because it makes RMIT such a joyous place in which to live and to learn. It's also been a year where we've started to reshape RMIT University for the future, as you've just seen in the video that we showed. And I want to particularly thank everybody here who took part in that important process, sharing your experience and knowledge to help us design a better university for the future. You've absolutely left a legacy to all who follow. You know, as we heard from our keynote speaker, it really is an exciting time to be alive. The technologies now available to you are creating such amazing new career opportunities. The education you have received can now take you anywhere in the world to do what you've always wanted to do, maybe even start your own business. But no matter where you go or what you do, remember one thing. Today and forevermore, you will always be part of RMIT as an RMIT graduate. And I want you to remember that, and I want you to remember it with pride. We're a university with a great history, almost 130 years in fact, and the qualification you've earned from us will serve you well. But in some ways today is just the beginning of your lifelong education journey. In a world of ceaseless change, adaptability is your best friend. It's not just the technical knowledge you've received from us that employers need and the world around you needs. It's your creativity and it's your moral purpose. I loved the way you described leadership as not just being of others, but also of yourself. So put your education to best use. Now, I'm going to resist the obvious temptation to hand out lots of boring advice. You know by now what you must do to be successful. But I will say this, graduates, never stop learning, never stop traveling, never lose the concern for the planet and the people on it that you've displayed in your time here at RMIT. And most of all, try to stay edgy. Don't just accept the old ways of doing things, because that's of critical importance, because it's your planet now. Your generation has inherited it. So take care of it. much better care than my generation did by staying true to your ideals and dreams that brought you to RMIT University in the first place. Having studied in RMIT Vietnam, you are now a member of the university for life. That's what an alumnus means, being a member. So don't be a stranger. Please get involved in our alumni networks. You're welcome back anytime as a friend, a student, perhaps one day a mentor, a teacher, or even an employer of a new generation of RMIT Vietnam undergraduates. Now, graduates, last instruction for the day. Can all of our graduates please stand for me? All stand up and let's give them a round of applause. Yay! Louder, we can do better than that. Huge round of applause. Thank you very much. Please be seated, graduates. Was almost the last instruction. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute honor and a privilege for me to share your graduation day with you. Graduates, thank you for your study, your enthusiasm, your vibrancy. Family and friends, thank you for entrusting them to us at RMIT University. I'm sure, like you are proud of each and every one of them. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the removal of the mace and the exit of the academic procession.
Gentlemen, please remain seated for some minutes while the official photos is taken outside. We will open the doors as soon as this is completed. Xin quý vị quan khách ngồi chờ trong ít phút để các tân khoa chụp ảnh lưu niệm bên ngoài. Khán phòng sẽ được mở sau khi các tân khoa chụp hình xong. Xin cảm ơn.